And let's get started with our top story. This is about the arrest of Delhi University Professor Ratan Lal for his, what many would say, objectionable post on shivling. After he was arrested, a group of activists, also leaders from the opposition parties, lashed out at the police crackdown and said that this is nothing but crackdown on free speech, a claim that has been rubbished by devotees and the Hindu side. Reactions coming in.
जितने बहुजन साथी हैं उनको बधाई कि प्रोफेसर रतन लाल सर को उनकी बेल मिल गई है, जो इस बनाए हुए मुकदमे में फंसाने की कोशिश की गई थी, उससे अभी तत्काल सर को राहत मिल गई और हमें बेल ग्रांट हो गई.
What I'm saying, I do not know exactly he is right or wrong, whatever. Court will decide. But if there is issue like this, communal issues, if BJP will create such kind of issues, Hindu-Muslim issues, Masjid Mandir issues, Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal, Banaras Masjid, Mathura Masjid, whether these are the real issues of the country? Country is passing through very difficult time. And we are not talking about.
देखिए, प्रोफेसर रतन लाल ने जिस प्रकार की भाषा शिवलिंग को लेकर इस्तेमाल की थी, मैंने भी एक ट्विटर पर कंप्लेंट भेजी थी दिल्ली पुलिस को, सीपी दिल्ली पुलिस को, और बाकी और लोगों ने भी शिकायत दर्ज की है, क्योंकि आप हमारी धार्मिक भावना के साथ खिलवाड़ नहीं कर सकते. जिस प्रकार की भाषा उन्होंने शिवलिंग को लेकर इस्तेमाल की, वह मेरी और देश में मृत हिंदू समाज की भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचाता है.
And let's open this up. Joining us, Rahul Easwar, activist, advocate, Kapil Madan, political analyst, Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress party. Good evening, gentlemen. Rahul Easwar, I want to begin by asking you, what do you make of the Facebook post that he had put out?
Absolutely abusive, disrespectful. We are Indians who respect every religion. We may have debates in between, but when I say Prophet Muhammad, I never forget to add Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because that is how our Muslim brothers respect it. Or regarding the Holy Jesus Christ or Holy Bible, Sacred Quran, we always add honorific titles, because that is the way India celebrates our Gandhianism or pluralism. Just imagine, I would just conclude my arguments in one question. Had the same been said about any other religious figure, may it be Holy Prophet Muhammad or Jesus Christ or anybody else, what ruckus would have been there? There would have been editorials in New York Times. There would have been said India is drifting into majoritarianism. We are having minorities being insecure. But Shivaji, there is one rule. Regarding other religions, there is other rule. What kind of a logic is this? So just only one submission. Let us not insult any religion. Let us debate in between. Let us ideologically attack each other. But why demean, why disrespect, why denigrate, and why defame holy religious symbols? And especially for us Hindus, we consider holy Shiva and Shivling as one of the most important symbols of cosmic creation. There is a deep spiritual meaning in it, and he is, I know I cannot even tell that on television what he told. So it is absolutely demeaning. That person should be held accountable, and he is a professor of history. What kind of history professor is this? Is this the language a history professor uses? Is this the language an academic uses? See, if you have an ideological debate, let us debate it ideologically, not demean Hindus and not demean Hinduism.
Kapil Madan, I'm coming to you, but let me bring in Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal, while Rahul Easwar was speaking, you were smiling.
Because the way he was speaking was reflecting his indoctrination. Now, when I'm talking about religious symbols and their insult, it is the BJP that is insulting religious symbols. Let me tell you what exactly is the symbolism associated with Shiva. The shivling and the yoni, it forms the cosmic creation of life. That is what the shivling symbolizes. You cannot term every cylindrical form of a symbol as a shivling. All the 12 Jyotirlings, there is the shivling that is resting upon a yoni. And let me tell you one more aspect. The entire.
Do you condemn the remarks? Do you condemn the remarks by Ratan Lal?
I did not interrupt. Please listen. Now, when I'm talking about any Murti Sthapan, the Pran Pratishtha that is taking place, after that the Visarjan taking place, nothing else is BJP talking about. It is only talking about is that there is Baba Prakat ho gaye, Baba Prakat ho gaye. It does not even know what Hinduism is. So when I'm talking about Professor Ratan Lal, who is an academician, a distinguished professor, he is actually mocking the kind of ruckus that BJP is creating by symbolizing any form and any substance as Shiva.
BJP, no, 1 minute. Lokesh Jindal, let's go one by one here. You are saying the BJP is mocking Hindu Astha. What Rahul Easwar said, you are calling it indoctrination. Now, 1 minute, calm down. Calm down. If this is indoctrination, okay. Do you remember what Salman Khurshid said about Hindutva? Have you forgotten that, sir? What he wrote about Hindutva in his book? The comparison he made?
Salman Khurshid wrote about satanic verses. He wrote about Islam, not about Hindus.
I don't think you are aware of what he said. He compared Hindutva to ISIS. There are others in the Congress party who at the drop of a hat have endorsed such comparisons. Now, Lokesh Jindal, okay, allow me to ask you this. Do you agree? Okay, do you endorse the post by Ratan Lal?
Any form of fundamentalism and obscurantism in any religion is equivalent to any form of radical organization.
Mr. Kapil, 1 minute. Lokesh Jindal, if what Rahul Easwar is saying is indoctrination,
yes,
then how would you term what Ashok Gehlot said? He called it tamasha. Matters of Hindu faith related to Hindu faith is tamasha.
It is absolutely a tamasha when you are trying to describe every symbol as some form of manifestation of Shivling.
Okay, so then extending this logic, then you also agree with what Akhilesh Yadav said that look, kahin bhi patthar aur jhanda mil gaya, usko mandir bana dete hain.
While reconstructing any form of symbolism.
Okay, then how would you describe what Akhilesh said? Do you endorse that also?
What? Please
Do you endorse what Akhilesh Yadav said? The Patthar Jhanda comment?
Wait, what I am saying is the BJP has been hell-bent upon modifying all religious symbols.
It's not about BJP.
The Hindu religion so as to get its political agenda.
Rahul Easwar is not from the BJP. Get that?
Sir, please remember, it is not about BJP. You attack BJP. BJP is only a political party. But Shivling and the idea of Shiva is
you are criticizing Ratan Lal. Wait a minute. Get your
spiritual symbols of India. Let me just
you told me.
And please remember, even from
Lokesh Jindal, before I get in Kapil Madan, allow me to read from the bail order. Here it is. Allow me to read from the bail order. The judge has said the post is avoidable. This is a failed attempt at satire. Post reprehensible. Different people can consider the post differently. And then the court says, while granting bail, that the court has to employ higher standards to grant custody. Now, the court is not exactly endorsing the comment, something that you are endorsing.
Now, the court rightly pointed out that it is another level of satire because the masses are being indoctrinated in such a manner that they have forgotten how to take.
Baba Mil Gaye is indoctrination for you. Baba Mil Gaye, the claim Baba Mil Gaye is indoctrination.
What do you want to say about Baba Mil Gaye? Any form of a symbol you want to say Baba Mil Gaye?
How is it indoctrination? How is it indoctrination?
This is
banning satanic verses is responsible, but abusing Shiva is freedom of expression.
The cylinder,
Sir,
the
banning
symbol,
satanic verses. India, especially we remember Rajiv Gandhi today, our great Prime Minister, who took the initiative to ban satanic verses. So banning satanic verses is responsibility.
Wait, let me complete. Whenever there is a Murti, wait a minute, listen to this. Whenever there is a Murti Sthapna taking place, there has to be a Pran Pratishtha. After the Pran Pratishtha, if at all ever the Murti is shifted from there, at that time of Visarjan, the Murti is devoid of all form of divinity.
Okay, again, let's bring in Kapil Madan. Kapil Madan, how do you see this?
Well, I would, most certainly say that the post appears to me prima facie offensive, which should have been avoided, because right now we have, disputed claims here. One party is saying that it is a shivling, the other party is saying that it is a fountain. Now, we don't have an adjudication whether it was in fact indeed a shivling or in fact it is indeed a fountain. Having said that, the post prima facie appears to be offensive, and the person who holds such a high post, he himself is a professor, should have been a little more careful while he would, was writing something like that. And having said that, I think the law has catching up with him. He was arrested, and the court has also duly taken note of the fact that this is not the case where custodial investigation is required. Therefore, he was rightly granted bail by the court. That's all I have to say at this stage.
Quick comment, Rahul. 30 seconds, make your point.
Yeah, today we remember Rajiv Gandhi, one of our great prime ministers. He was the first person to ban satanic verses. So banning satanic verses is sensitivity and responsibility. But abusing Shiva is liberty of expression. It's a very flawed pseudo-secular logic. This kind of pseudo-liberal, pseudo-secular, pseudo-progressive logic won't be accepted by a majority of Hindus. Please be sensitive. Please be respectful. You attack BJP. BJP is different. But Shivaji, Hindu sensibilities are sacred and sacrosanct, and I hope everyone respects
You know,
that.
this one-way secularism will not work. And I thank all of you for joining us. We're unfortunately out of time. Kapil Madan, Mr. Jindal, Rahul Easwar, thank you for joining us on Times Now. A short break, lots more lined up on the other side. Please stay with us.